And just slowly lower down and sink in just like that. How does that feel, Kristen?
Very good.
Okay, now I know she can take a lot more pressure, so I'm going to lean up, putting more of my body weight straight down. Let her breathe. Now I do want to say, oftentimes when we're working on the glutes, we are in the blast zone of the blast zone, that's all I call it. So whenever you are doing this more closer, deep glute work, just turn your head to the side. I'm sure your receivers, posterior is beautiful, but again, we don't know what they have for dinner. Turn your head to the side. So I'm going to give her a little bit more pressure by kneeling up. And then I'm going to take my hands and again, palm. Find right here at the base of her spine is the sacrum. It is a triangle shaped bone that helps attach our spine to our hips, and there's a lot of joints there and a lot of tendons and muscles that go across. And you can see on the screen some of the anatomy, those tiny little muscles. And you can also see how psoas goes all the way up from the inside of your leg bone, across your hips, all the way up to your low back. It's pretty ridiculous. So what we're gonna do is put our hands, we're gonna find the spine right along into that small of the back, and just very gently palm press out.
That's heaven.
I'm just feeling the tension, not digging in too much. A lot of times this area is very spasmy. You'll feel it like shaking as you're applying pressure. Your receiver will shake, ooh, and that's totally understandable. This is a very protected part of our body. It's our core. It's how we stabilize. I like to move down a little bit right onto the top of the hips, being mindful again of the sacrum. Nobody really likes to have a lot of digging done in there. Just do this nice hip rocking like that. And that feels really nice. How does that feel, Kristen?
So good.
Good, because I was telling you exactly how it felt apparently. Now I can find a little bit of tension and lean in. And the thing to be mindful of is her floating ribs are right around this area and the top of her hip is right around here. So it's really only about a hand width. Some people will have much narrower spaces, some people much wider. Everybody is different. It's just a matter of adjusting your hand if it's a little bit more narrow, or making it wider if it's a little bit more wide. If needed, just fan out your hands, make them real big and diffuse that pressure. That way it's just not as sharp. So I like to come all the way up just because it's nice. And as you'll see, I'm rocking forward and using my body weight to apply this pressure. How's that feeling?
Mm-hmm.
Good. Still realizing that I've got my knees in the top of those hams where they meet glutes. So I'm getting all of those wonderful attachment points right there. As I continue to warm up her back, particularly her QL, which is quadratus lumborum. That's a long word to say. That's why we say QL a lot. And we're gonna just warm that guy up because we're about to go do stuff. So once we've done that, I like to just lean back and sit onto my feet, brace myself on the sides, and then come up. So as Kristen showed you earlier, one of the ways to warm up the glutes is you can take your foot and just kick your partner. Who doesn't like doing that? That's amazing, right? So we are going to therapeutically kick our partner's booty. So I can use the ball of my foot right here, right in the center where that nice meaty muscular part is, and I can feel everything moving around. If I want to, I can flatten out my foot a little bit. Do a little bit more gently. If I want more pressure, I'll turn my foot to the side and really get in there. And now I'm using my whole foot, I'm using the side of my foot, I'm using the ball of my foot, the heel of my foot, and just look at those glutes. They are flying all over the place, which is what we want, because you see the movement in her low back, in her spine. Very often we don't get that area moved. We just sit and we hold. Now we're getting this beautiful twist. If standing's not your jam, because not everybody likes to stand, there are times that I don't, and I just want to watch TV and hang out, and come over, sit off to the side, and just kick them this way. Look how great that is. This is therapeutic kicking again, everyone, as we watch murder docu-series, and Norcos or Narcos, you know. That's what we do, right? But again, you'll see glutes are rocking, legs are rocking, and we're just getting so much movement in that low back, which is exactly what we wanted.